Hello. I made it. Hey, thanks for stopping in today. I'm Candy Michael from Powell, Ohio, and my craft room is a mess. I've been creating all sorts of fun stuff for the new upcoming catalog, our new mini that is our January to June 2022 catalog. Hello, Ida. And I have been having so much fun that I've made just a big crafting mess all over my tables. But I'm here, I can see it, but I don't have to worry about it right now, right? So I created some really fun stuff for you guys too. So I'm super excited to show you. Again, I'm Candy Michael from Powell, Ohio, and just so glad you're stopping in today. I'm going to share with you some cards that are actually from our new catalog, and I've cased them. And if you haven't heard that term before, C-A-S-E, everybody uses that term in the stamping world to copy and steal everything. So that's what the word case means. Hi, Becky. Hi, Deb. Thanks for joining me. And Diane, too. Hi. So I've cased a couple of our cards from that catalog and just using a couple different stamp sets. And it was actually kind of fun and challenging. A few of them, I didn't realize what techniques they use. So I had to switch it up and try something else to make it a little more simplified for me. But thanks for being here. I cannot wait to get started. So again, I chose a couple of my favorite ones. So I hope you all had a great Christmas holiday and you're still enjoying the holidays. I know we are over here. So, all right, let me flip my camera around and get you guys started here. This is the manual flip. So now you get to look at the ceiling there. And the first one, which is actually my favorite card in the entire catalog, and I just happened to come upon it, is this one. So because the catalog is not yet released, I'm not allowed to show you the inside of our catalog or the celebration booklet. So those are Stampin' Up! Rules, and I totally understand and I agree with them. So instead, I decided to just case a few of their cards and show you a couple stamp sets that I've chosen. Hi, Michelle. Good to see you. So this particular card that we're going to make is going to be using the Hello Ladybug. I am having a class coming up for any of you that are local, and we could also put it in the mail to you. So that is just as easy to do. It'll be on Zoom, and I will be showcasing the Hello Ladybug bundle, and you can buy the entire bundle from me and the card kit, and we have a couple different options. So I will have all of that information on my candystampers.com website, and I will have a link for you to go in and register right after this live. So thanks again for joining me. This bundle comes with this really cute punch, and I'm going to just show you a really cute simple card that is in the new catalog, and I just have to share it. So it starts off with the base being our pool party base. I've cut it at 5.5 by 8.5, scored it at 4.25 inches. And I think I have a bone folder here. Oh, yes. Love this bone folder to give it a nice, good crease. So my card is going to open this way. I do have a center inside piece, I should say, that I just used our white. So let me go ahead and put that on here. Love using our mono liquid glue. It's great because you can actually kind of slide your card in place if it's not in, like if it's crooked like that, you can still move it and adjust it and get it right where you want it. So I like using this glue because it helps me to get my card on there, my pieces on there straight. Well, I will leave the lid off. Okay. Next, what I want to do is I changed this card up just slightly, but on the front here, what we've done is we've used, I've added in a piece of our black cardstock, and then just putting a little bit of glue on the corners, and you can also write on here. That's what I love about it. You can do anything with the glue. Personalize your cards, although nobody will see it, right? Ay, ay, ay. And this is some of our new paper that's in the catalog. And of course, I didn't write it down, but I'll look it up for you and let you know what it is before I'm all done. But I've cut this down. This black piece is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I cut this one just an 1/8 smaller on all the sides to make it just barely show that black on there. This paper is so pretty. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is punch out our ladybug. And you guys are going to just flip about this card. It's so stinking cute. Okay, so we have the little body and the little wings on here. So I looked this up. There is a place for us to look it up, and I believe it's available to everybody, not just demonstrators. But you can go online and find the card recipe. The recipe, as I say in air quotes, because it'll tell you not exactly how to make the card, but what products were used. So this is some of our paper that's from the Hostess rewards. And you can get a pack of the paper if you have a $150 party, or if you place a $150 order before tax and shipping. But this is some of the paper that's in there. And by the way, that's probably one of the best Hostess gifts that we have, because you get a ton of paper. But this is so cute. They've used the little polka dot side up, which that doesn't show up very well there. Here, I'll bring in my scrap paper. So you want to punch 2 of these out, because this cute card is going to have 2 of them on the front. And those are going to be our pieces. So it's the black and white polka dot. Set that aside. Then we're going to go ahead and stamp some of the wings. Now, on here, we're going to use the Blushing Bride. This is my old ink pad, but I haven't bought the new one to replace it in a long time. So my Blushing Bride ink pad. Hello, Barb Miller. Nice to see you. And with this, I'm going to stamp the wings. And I need 2 sets because I have 2 ladybugs. So this is a photopolymer stamp set, which is nice. You can see right through the stamps as to where you're stamping. You do want to have a pad. I have a pad underneath this mat here. With our photopolymer stamps, because they're flat, you need to have a little more cushion on them. So if you are using this and having a hard time getting a good clean image, put some kind of a pad. We sell a piercing pad that you can use. You need something to give it a little more cushion, and rather than a hard table surface. So that's a great tip if you did not know that. The red rubber stamps, they work fine on a flat table. You're better off with the cushy surface, but you will still get a better image than you will with the photopolymers on a flat surface. So that's our Blushing Bride ink. We'll scoot that out of the way. And now I need to punch these out. So I'm going to put these in the right direction. I'm directionally challenged today. And it's kind of early for that nonsense, isn't it? So we're going to punch 1. And then I'm just going to trim that off and punch the second one. So we're just simply going to line it up and punch away. All right, so now I have my little parts and pieces. Next, what I need is I need to have some, I'm going to set these aside. Oh, my fingers aren't working. I am using Pear Pizzazz cardstock, and I need to punch out a few of these wings. They're actually going to look like leaves. So I need a total of 6 of them, 6 leaves, the way this card looks. So I am going to simply punch out 3 sets. Gives me my 3. Okay, I'm going to leave my punch off to the side, and let's get started on this. So we're going to take our little ladybugs. I'm just going to kind of piece them together. I'm not going to glue them down just yet, but I will in a minute, because I have to get the leaves underneath it. So these are, again, supposed to look like leaves. And what you can do is fold these. Just give them a little bit of a fold. It would look better if you score them first. but I didn't. You get the idea. So we're going to do that, and then I may need to cut a couple of them apart. So I'm looking at the actual picture and figuring it out. All right, so cut a couple of these apart because they're all going to get kind of tucked back in. I think they all get cut apart, but they'll get tucked in there. La, la, la. There we go. Okay, now let me go ahead and glue the wings on to my cute little ladybug. I was trying to find some really fun facts for you guys about ladybugs because there's a lot of them. Like, they're really a beetle in the beetle family. Didn't know that. They're not just red with black polka dots. They are various colors. I thought that was kind of cool. Do you guys know a ladybug fact? If you do, can you post it in here? Because I think it's really cool. Sometimes when we don't even think about it, we just see them all the time, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I didn't know that. I did learn also that they eat a lot of aphids, so they're really good for your garden. Okay, so they're kind of sitting aside here. They're going to be glued on in just a minute. But let me go ahead and do some stamping, and then we'll glue all the leaves on. So this is our Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I love this ink, and I use it daily. It's always my go-to. I actually have several of them because I literally use a lot of them. So I want to make sure that this is going to stamp nice and cleanly. So I like to stamp it off on a piece of scrap first, especially when your photopolymer stamps are new. They will have like almost like a little residue from the processing. So I always like to clean them off, ink them and stamp them, ink them, stamp them, and get them so that they're working well before I go straight to my project. But this card, this stamp is going to actually be stamped right onto the card, which was super cute idea. Like I said, this designer paper that we have, look at that. Yay. This designer paper that we have is just adorable. Let me stop and tell you what it's from because I can't remember. But I know it's right on page, from where the designer paper is on page 61 of the mini. And that designer paper is called Heart and Home. It goes along with a bee set and a couple other really cool stuff. But the backs of every paper that's in there, the back looks like this wood grain. So you get a lot of different designs on there. It's really beautiful. Very, very beautiful paper. And you can make tons of projects. Okay, back to my little card here. So I need to put down a few of the leaves. So we're going to just randomly glue these on. Don't mind my hand in here. Here we go. So let's just go ahead and glue some of these on so I can see where they're going to end up. Do that one. We'll do this one. I don't want to have too much on here, but you guys get the idea. Oh, we'll stick that one down. No, that doesn't look good. We'll turn it up this way. Bring that down. There we go. And then we'll put I was going to say stuff another one in. We're going to just stuff another leaf in here. Well, I guess that is what I'm doing, so why not? There you go. You like how I just stuff it in? So my ladybug is going to be popped up. I'm going to go ahead and pop her up right now. That's a lot of dimensionals. That works for me. I love using my dimensionals. I go through a million of them. So before I lay that down, oh no, this one's done. I can go ahead and pop her up there. Look at how cute. That one could come down just a little bit more. It's there. All right, now for the next one, we're going to kind of put this one here. So we need to have a few more leaves. And I'm going to stuff this one, as I said before, kind of stuff. I'm going to tuck it. Okay, that's probably a little nicer word. I'll just tuck my leaves. And can't find my scissors, so I'm just going to tear it apart because it's going to be hidden anyway. Sometimes I crack myself up. Okay. And I always tell my husband I'm the funniest one in the house. But he thinks he is, so that's usually a daily argument, if you want to call it an argument. Kind of a funny, you know. Like, no, I'm funnier. No, I'm funnier. I'm the funniest. All right, so we're going to pop up a couple more dimensionals. Give it a little height. And then we can pop the little ladybug over the top. And I'm going to close that so I don't get my hand in it. Okay, is that just not adorable? Oops, I want to turn it more like that. Is that just not the cutest card? Oh my gosh, I love this card. Okay, so you guys, this was so simple. I don't know if you ever go through and just look through the catalog and say, oh, that's a really cute card. I want to make that. A lot of times we have all these samples in front of us and we don't even realize it. Sorry, I needed a sip of my coffee. All right, next we're going to take and add in the matte black dots. So this card, again, is what I've cased and only changed a little bit. I don't want to use that. I have my pick a tool here. So I'm on the last little bit of this little sticky stuff here. I'm going to see if I can make it work. So the small dots go on the small circles, of course. And then the big dots on the big circles. This is like just stinking cute. Stinking cute. So I know it's a lot of dots. You don't have to use that many, but I'm doing this just like they did in the card. And I just thought it was so cute. And I have so many people tell me that that have seen this, like some other demonstrators that are just talking about the catalog, and they're so excited because they love the ladybugs. They're super cute. So what do you think? You like it? We're just going to cover up all those little white spots. Da, 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 da. How adorable is this? And like I said, that's a lot of black dots, but you guys are going to love it. And this one. Oh my gosh. I just cannot get over how cute that is. Oh, hello, Linda and Karen. Thanks for coming by. So what do you think? I think it's adorable. And then on the inside, you can stamp whatever you want. It's a good day. Or it says, this one says, may your greatest wish come true. It doesn't have like a happy birthday with it, but oh, this will be cute. Okay, let's stamp this inside because this is just too adorable to not finish this card off. Then I have a couple other cards to show you. Like I said, I did go through the catalog and decided, ooh, I really like this. I want to make that and this and that and this and this and that. Okay, let me clean this stamp off. And then we're going to stamp this on the inside because it's adorable, adorable. Thank you, Linda. Okay, this one is just stinking cute. This is how we're going to finish this card. I love that face. Look at that. It's so cute. So that's my beautiful card. Totally cased from the catalog. So you guys check out the catalog when you get it. If you need one, let me know. But that's the first one that I wanted to make. Super adorable. Okay, my second card is going to be, drum roll please. Let me move all my stuff out of the way. This one is going to be using For the Record. So I know many of us grew up with record players, and I just thought this was the cutest stamp set. So you can you can just stamp it out onto your paper, but I used it with my circle die. So I went ahead and stamped it, and let me show you an easier way to ink that up. So it is a larger stamp, and it's larger than our ink pad, but I find any of the larger stamps to just leave it laying down like this and simply take your ink to the stamp rather than your stamp to the ink. It's just easier, and you won't end up with all those lines. They'll kind of work themselves out, but that way you can get in the center. And then when you go ahead and stamp this, you want to give it a lot of pressure right in the middle without letting go of the stamp. I just use the heel of my hand there and give it a lot of pressure in the middle. And then you get a nice stamped image. Isn't that cute? All right, with this one, again, I did die cut it out. And I have it right here with our circle dies. So there is the largest circle die in there will fit it perfectly. But if you don't want that the white around it, you can use the next size down and it'll make it a little smaller. It works perfectly too, because we did that with another card. So either one works really well. So this is another card in the catalog using For the Record. And this is our Bumblebee cardstock, again, cut at 5.5 by 8.5. This one is scored at 4.25. Hello, Corey. Welcome. So I'm going to go ahead and put my white piece in the middle. Normally, if I'm going to stamp anything, I want to stamp it first before I do that, because there's always two sides that if you make a boo-boo, you can flip it around. But I don't know if I'm stamping on the inside yet, and I'm just so excited about this card that I'm going to go ahead and put it together anyway. If we make a boo-boo, I'll fix it somehow. Okay, so this card is, again, it's our Bumblebee cardstock, and this is using our I think it's called Hey Sports Fans Designer Series paper. Kind of a funky color, but I loved the way it all went together. So these are just cut in, 2 of them are cut at 1 1/4 inch strips, and the bottom one is cut at 1 1/2 inch strip. And I made them at 3 3/4 inches long. Now, again, this is in the catalog, in the mini, when it's coming out, and this one's on page 74, and it is one of the samples that's in the catalog that I've recreated. So I don't know what the measurements are. I just guessed, and it came out, I thought it came out pretty close. So let me go ahead and just glue this on, and we'll start and put our little card together here. So it's got to come up a little bit more, and then we'll put the top one on, and then we'll go to the center. That way I can make it even itself out. I'll go this way. Kind of come up here. Hello, Terry. How you doing? There we go. And now I'll do the center. And hopefully it's all straight. If not, I just tilt my head and say, oh yeah, it's straight. Sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, so now that we have all that done, I'm going to build this just like I think they did. So they put the record on, and it looks to me like it was popped up. So let's pop it up. Have the heart up there. I'm going to make it like a triangle with my dimensionals on the back, because I don't need to put a lot. These dimensionals are very, very sticky. So they're super strong when you put them down. They will hold. So you don't need a ton of them. I know I use a lot of them, but you really don't need to if you're worried about them falling off. That isn't going to happen. But before I put this down, I have already die cut out of Vellum 3 of the stitched stars. So I used the largest of the stitched stars and cut one of those, and then I cut 2 of the smaller ones. So these are super cool. I've seen some really awesome projects done with these, and I love them. So this is with Vellum. And, you know, the vellum, I sometimes forget to use it. So I was very excited it was on here. So this I'm going to put down before I put this on because it's going to get tucked underneath here. Now you can see glue through the vellum. So if you want, you can use a glue dot. We don't really have to worry too much about this because it's going to be tucked underneath the record itself. But I'm going to go ahead and put on just a couple. So I'm going to put them up underneath the record, which is going to go right about there. And then that way when I, oops, look at what I did. I popped it off of the card. This is my first time. Okay, no, it's not, but I wasn't really paying attention. So I'll put that down there. Then we'll put this kind of over the top of it. And again, I'm just trying to copy what they did. So the record did come over a little bit. All right. These actually will go across the top. And this one will come across the top. Super cute. So with my glue dot, I'm going to put this one on here. And again, I don't want it going over the top of the card. So it'll put it on there. And then you can always add another one. Where's my tool here? Because I should have put another one on there. Oh my goodness. And hopefully that'll kind of be hidden. See, can't see it too much. And then we'll put some on this one too. I feel like I'm all thumbs today. And I can kind of put, this one will flip over. So I can, I am all thumbs. I don't just feel like I am. I really, truly am all thumbs. Okay, so this one will go there. And then this one will go here. Really, it's just to hold it on. We don't want it flying anywhere. And then this will kind of come down like that. Sure, that looks good. Again, trying to copy what's in the book. Okay, so we have our outside, we have our inside. This part, we'll see if I can. I may have to add another dimensional there, or not dimensional, but glue dot to kind of hold that. Let's just do it now because it looks like it wants to keep flying through the air. And we don't want too much of a flying star. There, that's better. Okay, next are the words. So this one has this cute saying, for the record. Goes with the record. I get it. And then we're going to have another verse. What was the other one it has? It says, you're awesome. You're awesome. Oh, I didn't bring a block over for that one. I can use this one that we had for the other set. Well, it's smaller, so I'll turn it. Okay, so with this, we're going to go ahead and use the Calypso Coral Ink. And I still have some of my old ink pads, like I said. I've replaced a lot of them recently, but I realized I still have more to replace. So we're going to go ahead and stamp this on, and I'm going to hold my breath and hope that it goes straight. I could breathe. There. Yay, it worked. Okay, and then we have You're Awesome. So again, I used a smaller block, so I have to put this on here. So these are just some scraps that I had in my scrap drawer after cutting. Oh, that's nice and crooked. Well, how about we pretend like that didn't happen? Oh, let's see if I can make this work. I'm not sure which way it's crooked. If that one lays like that, it's going uphill. Okay, so I have to make it go downhill. There we go. I think I put my sticker on crooked. And no excuse, just me stamping crooked. But sometimes when that happens, you have to figure out which way it goes. All right, so then we have our little scraps. can cut this apart. You guys, this is such a cute card. And this is a great card for one of the guys. Sometimes I have a hard time finding the right card for my boys. I have 2 boys, and actually one just had a birthday yesterday. He's my baby. He's 29. Can't believe it. Can't believe. Okay, here we go. So with this, we're going to go ahead, and this already has the dimensional under here. So I only want 1 dimensional on the back of the words because otherwise my card would sit kind of cattywampus. But I'm going to go ahead and put a little glue on here, and then we can put this up top, kind of like that. And then we're going to put for the record, and this one will just lay flat. And then this will kind of go here. Ooh, look at how cute. Did I not put any glue under that? Little dab will do ya. Little dab will do ya. Okay. Oops. And then the You're Awesome. So I can use one of my little dimensionals and put it on the end here, just like I did on the top. And then that will even that out when I have everything sticking to my glue here. And then this will just go across the top. This is just super cute, super easy. And then this can come. Oh, I want it over there more. You're awesome. So that was kind of how I saw it going together. Might need to add another dimensional under there because I pulled it over a little further, but you get the idea. So let's add one under here. There we go. That'll be right at the same height. So isn't that adorable? Just a nice, simple card. For the record, You're Awesome. And then you could put something in the inside or just write your little message. So there's card number 2. I just thought that was cute. Okay. Again, you guys, these ideas are right in the catalog. Okay, I saved my favorite for last. So this is a Sale-a-bration stamp. And starting January the 4th, Stampin' Up! Is bringing back Sale-a-bration until the end of February. So when you place a $50 order with me, before tax and shipping, you will get to choose a Stampin' Up! Sale-a-bration item. They will have paper, and they will have like designer series paper, or they will have stamps. So one of the stamps that they're bringing out is one that is super adorable. And it is called, oops, Drive By. Just dropped my paper. Driving By, sorry. So I actually grew up, my parents had a van like this, and we would go camping and pull our boat out to the Colorado River. Hello, Nancy, welcome. And then I had a Volkswagen Beetle Bug. That was my very first car when I turned 16, that my father actually had to rebuild because I had an older brother that actually rolled it before it was my car, rolled it on the 101 freeway in downtown Los Angeles. I grew up in California. And so that car was totaled. Thank God he was fine. But that car was totaled, and so Dad rebuilt the car, starting with the only thing left was the chassis. And so he built it, and it became my little car. But he had gotten parts and pieces from all over the, what do they call them, the salvage yards. So he'd go and buy a fender, and he'd go and buy this. It was actually in 1965 was what the original car was. And he would go and he'd buy a fender, and he'd piece it all together, but they were all different colors until he got it all painted. And he told me one day it looked like an Appaloosa horse that was different colors. So I ended up calling it my Appaloosa Lulu, my Lulu. Crazy how those things happen. But I actually have a picture. I was looking through some old pictures, and this is with a high school friend of mine, Nancy, and we were driving back from Colorado when I lived there right out of high school. And there's my little Lulu. You can't see much of it, but that's my little bug. So when Stampin' Up! Brought out this stamp set, I just jumped for joy because I said, oh my gosh, now I'm going to have to go through all my pictures and find pictures of my old Volkswagen. And I do have partial picture of our old van when we were at the river many moons ago, 1972, and our little boat. But you could see our little van and the curtains in the window. Isn't that funny? It was tan colored. Many, many good times in that car. All right, so back to my card. So this card I cased out of the Sale-a-bration booklet. And what I have here is Coastal Cabana 5.5 by 8.5. And then on the next layer is our new Hive embossing folder. Hello, Sandra. And this is going to be our next layer on our card. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that together. This is just a cute and simple card. I've tried to keep them fairly simple. I'm adding more glue on this because of the embossing on here. I want to make sure it doesn't fall off. Think that's good? I think so. So let's go ahead and put that down. Hi from Delaware, Sandra. Delaware City in Ohio, I assume? Or the state of Delaware. Okay, here we go. So we have the Hive onto, and it's all the Coastal Cabana, which is super pretty. And then we're going to take and State. Oh, cool. You're a little ways away. But thanks for joining me. So let me go ahead and stamp on, put on my inside piece. And I may stamp on that in a minute. I will put that on. That's 4 inches by 5 1/4, and same on this Hive piece is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to do all our stamping. This was just a cute and simple card that I saw and wanted to go ahead and case it. First thing I want to do is stamp our words with the Coastal Cabana, and this is a piece of pool party paper. Say that fast 3 times. This is our pool party paper, and this one says, oh, I thought I had it on a block already. Nope. I must have put it back, but I have it here. So let's take this one off and switch it out. So it says, aw, thanks. So we're going to go ahead and ink this up in the Coastal Cabana, and hopefully this goes on straight. Oh, thanks. Looks pretty good. I will keep it. And then what I want to do is I want to stamp the image of the Volkswagen on this little piece. So this piece that I've cut is actually 2 1/4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And this is going to have the Volkswagen on it. So we're going to just go ahead and, no idea where to start, but I'm starting here. Oh, how can I do that? I should have started at the bottom. La, la, la. I'm going to start at the bottom. Because I can't start at the top. There we go, Candy. You've got it. Now oops, that's crooked, but that's okay. There. Perfect. That's what I needed to do. Okay, now with this little dude, I need to clean off my my little Volkswagen. I'm going to stamp this onto a piece of scrap paper, which I've been stamping all over. And let's see, I had a big piece here. And then I can actually color it, and then I'm going to just fussy cut it out, but it'll just take a minute. So here's the black ink, the Memento black ink, and we're going to just stamp this. Now, to color this in, you have so many options with Stampin' Up. You have your blends, you have our regular markers, you have watercolor or the water aqua pens, but I'm going to use our watercolor pencils. I have not used these forever. And I'll tell you what, I do love using these. And I used to use them all the time. But then we've come out with all these other fun things to color with as well. But I'm going to use the pencils and show you how to use our blenders, our blender pen, to color it all in. And it's really, really very, very cool. So we're going to use the black, the yellow, the pink. We're just going to grab a couple colors here and see what comes out of all of it. So bear with me. Do I want that blue? Maybe. We'll see. All right. So very simply, you can take, and the cool thing about these pencils is you don't have to be perfect when you color, because the blender will help you blend it all in. And they're really nice and soft. They're like a really nice soft lead. So we're going to make the Volkswagen yellow. Oh, I don't have much of an end on there, but it's all right. And I don't have to be perfect because my blender pen will help me. So if you would like it to be darker, you can use blends or you can use your regular marker. It's totally whatever you want. But I can't wait to show you how this works. If you've not ever used these were like I said, these were always my go-to. Love, love, love these. Let's do a little red box. And then we'll do some orange. And then I'm going to color it all in for you. How about some pink? Ooh, that's very pretty. And then we'll do another orange on top. See, very simple. Okay, now all you do is take our blender pens, and it's double-sided. These are just like a wet marker. I don't even know if you can see that on there, but it's just like using a wet blank marker. And all you do is take and use that, use the marker to kind of blend the colors together. So it'll take away your lines, your pencil lines. La la la, just do some coloring in. And then I usually have a scrap that I'll color that off and go to the next color. Look at that, it's like magic. Oh my gosh, I love playing with these, and I'm so glad. So Stampin' Up, like I said, they have a recipe for all of the cards that they have in the catalog. And I will double check. I'm pretty sure they're available to customers as well as demonstrators, but you can go on and see what products they use. So when I looked this one up, that's what they said they had used was the watercolor pencils. And I just assumed it was the blender pens. These pens, not the blends, but the blender pens. There's orange. And you guys, look at how fast that was. Super cool, super cute. Oh, I should have probably painted the bumpers, but it's all right. We're going to just skip that. So you're just going to do a quick fussy cut. And not my favorite thing to do, but look at me, I'm doing it. I don't know why. I think it's because it's tedious. I don't like doing that tedious kind of stuff. But it's not that bad. I drank a lot of coffee today, so that should help me move it right along. See how quick it's making me? All that coffee. La, 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 and just cut it out. Cut, cut, snip, snip, snip. And then the nice thing I love about this is I don't have to do it perfectly. Just like that. Now we're going to take and finish assembling our card. So we have our cute piece here, and this is going to just get glued on. again, you're gluing it onto that embossing folder area. So you want to make sure you have not too much glue, but plenty of glue that it will be secured. Let's see. Make sure that's on there. See, yeah, now I can still slide it around a little bit, making sure it's straight. Oh, this is super exciting. Now I'm going to pop up my little car, my little Lulu. This is my Appaloosa Lulu. Oh my gosh. Come off of there. It's giving me a fight. Okay, here we go. Now I can take this off and we're going to pop it up. Probably right over that one. Cute. Okay, now we're going to take our little, thanks. And I'm just copying what they did. So it's got to go at this angle. And a little snip there. And then this will get popped up as well. And voila. These are a couple of cards that I cased from our Stampin' Up! New catalog. If you need a catalog and plan to be ordering anytime soon, starting January 4th, you'll be able to order from here. I'm happy to send one to you, so send me a private message. And I also have my website right there, candystampers.com, and a host code for this month. Look how cute, you guys. Is that just not adorable? You can even add a Wink of Stella to your presents or whatever you want. So let me bring back all the other two cards that I've done and let you enjoy them for a quick minute. I hope you loved it. I'm very excited about the new year coming up. I cannot believe it's just around the corner. It's amazing how fast this whole last year went. Do you guys feel the same way? I do. So here's 3 of the fun cards. Hello Ladybug, For the Record, and this one is called Driving By. When you get your catalog, or if you have it, hi Pam, nice to see you. If you get your catalog or already have it, check out the samples in there and really look at them and see maybe how they put them together, because it was kind of a challenge for me, but I enjoyed the challenge. So I hope you enjoyed my live today. Happy New Year. And guess what? I will see you. I realize these aren't even in camera here. I will see you next year. January the 5th, next Wednesday, January the 5th, 2022. I will be back with another live, and not sure yet what I'll be doing, but I have a ton of cards. I'm in a bunch of swaps, so I may have to show you some of my swaps I've been working on, because they're a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining me. Reach out if you need anything, and have a happy, safe New Year, and I'll see you guys all next year. Thank you much. Have a good one. Bye.